So I'm back again on Sanibel Island, and about 6 months ago I was here and visiting the property of the Westwind Inn, and I was purely surprised that they had completely knocked down the building. You can see in a past video, you can see all of the debris and the bricks that were here. So I'm going to do a quick walkthrough of the property again about 6 months later, and they do have the property completely cleared now. So as you can see, this area here was one of the entrances to the Westwind Inn. You can still see the pavers here on the ground. They didn't remove those just yet. And then as you come in here, you would come down this road. You can bear off to the right, which right over here there used to be the maintenance building where all of the repairs and things for the hotel were were done in here, and this is where all the maintenance workers had worked. And then over here to the left is where the front office, where you would check in. Beautiful lobby that they would have, and all the shelves and merchandise that you can purchase was in there, but it's now completely gone, as everything else. And if we continue to walk off now over to the right, we would actually be passing through the two buildings. You would have over on the right the maintenance building, and then here on the left you would have one of the big buildings, which would house many rooms on this side. And as we're looking straight ahead into the homes that were next door to the Westwind Inn is where Normandy used to be. This is where Normandy was located. Over here to the right would have been just in front of the maintenance area, and in the back there were some tennis courts in the past. Then it became a area where you can get a bicycle if you wanted to either rent a bike. And I believe some of the rooms here, I never used the perk, but I believe you were able to, if you had a room here, you could get a bike. But this here was the parking lot for Normandy, and now with that blue container, this whole area was where Normandy was. And as we continue now off to the left, we would be walking towards the beach. We would be looking at Gulf View rooms straight ahead. There would have been a row of rooms here which would have faced the Gulf, which you can see now clearly. And then off to the left here, there would have been additional rooms which would have been a part of the U-shaped structures. That's the center would have been all of the fun things to do, the pool and the tiki bar and all of that good stuff, shuffleboard, and they had a large chess board out there that you could play with huge pieces. They had chairs and such that you can sit in it and watch the Gulf and everything that was going on out there. But now I'm walking over where this would have been the building. We're walking what would have been the building right through it. I guess they still have some plump pieces here sticking out, as you can see. Part of the debris cleanup. And this would have been the front side of the Gulf View rooms on this side, and it would have been the path down to the beach here. That's how close these buildings were to the water, is what made the Westwind Inn such an amazing place to stay. It was an old school place. It was been around a long time, and boy, you know, it's really sad that it's gone. This is still so surreal for me. I'm walking across what would have been the lawn. This was always well-tailored St. Augustine grass. Now it's whatever's growing here now, whatever this type of grass is. But I would have been right now walking through the lawn, the greenery. It's getting kind of deep here. I'm going to walk up a little bit. I'm going to head into where this again would have been all of the lawn and some buildings here. So this area here is probably where the pool was. It's getting hard to tell exactly where things would have been, but I believe this is the pool, this open area that's now filled in. This would have been the pool, and then beyond the pool, looking straight out this way, it would have been the pool, and then there would have been the tiki bar. You would have walked up the stairs, and you can grab lunch and drinks and all sorts of stuff for the pool, and then overview this gorgeous view of the Gulf. You know, they still have a lot of the trees that were here, and they're still here. So I'm going to make my way over to the opposite side of the courtyard, which is what I'm passing through now. This is probably where the area of the chessboard was, you know, right in this area here. And then I'm looking out to where the other side of rooms would have been down here. The laundry room was over here. They had a nice big laundry center for people who were staying a little bit longer, wanting to do their laundry. They had that option here. And going through this tall grass yet again. Some of the walkways here. Now I'm going up to where the opposite side of Westwind Inn, they had the Gulf view rooms up this way as well. This is where I would normally stay, on this side. This was my choice of side. I would stay over here. You can see where the pavers are over there. That's where the parking lot ended. So we would be walking right through one of the sections of the Gulf view. If we look straight up this way, this would have been where the rooms were of this one side. And then facing the Gulf, going out this way, would have been a couple of buildings giving you that Gulf view. Which all had paths straight up to the beach. So I'm going to walk over to approximately where my choice of room, because I would generally, as long as it was available, I would get the same room each visit for its proximity to the beach, its view. I like to cycle, so I would have my bike here. I'd be able to take it in and out of the room quickly and get right out either to the beach or to the road. And this was our pass-throughs to the water. And wow, is it low tide today. A great shelling time. So I'll be doing a little bit of that later today. But if you can see, this was all open to the beach. These were our neighbors, which we can actually see now. It wasn't very easy to see these buildings next door. There was always a lot of greenery here and trees and such, and you know, with the buildings and all, you wouldn't be able to really see the next door neighbor as we can right now. Yeah, and then I would walk through, and this is generally where I would park. This side, this is where I would stay. This was my side of the Westwind Inn. Yeah, Very surreal to see it like this. But I understand that they're going to be rebuilding. I understand there's a project in the works. It'll take years now, obviously, to complete a project here. But I'm sure when it's done, I will be looking into it, and I would very happily book it and stay here again. But we would be walking along this side of the south side of the hotel. It was like a huge U where you had this side, then it would cut across parallel to West Gulf Boulevard, and then you would have the north side, and then all the center was a courtyard with the pool and amenities and different things that were there, with great views. All the rooms pretty much had great views to the Gulf. Obviously the Gulf view rooms were straight out to the Gulf, and you know, the front of your room faced it, making it such a beautiful thing to wake up to every morning. Yeah, even this little area over here was where all of the refuse was taken. The dumpsters and such were over in this little pocketed area. And they had the right over here prior to the storm was where all the gorgeous plants, and you know, you'd walk through. It was like a little walkway to go from the hotel to the you know, the office, and just the greenery and the plants and everything were just so beautiful. They would have like koi ponds and different things in there, but yeah, that's all gone now. And then here on the south side was the other entrance exit.